Welcome to the deep dive. We take stacks of sources, find the insights, the key nuggets, and bring them straight to you. And today, well, we're tackling a big one, maybe the biggest. Does God exist?
It's a question that echoes through, well, all of human history, really.
Exactly. And not just philosophers pondering it, we're looking at how vastly different approaches across millennia have tried to find an answer. Our mission, really, for this deep dive is to explore sources that do something quite amazing. They bridge ancient spiritual wisdom and modern scientific discovery.
Yeah, it's surprising how often these seemingly opposite worlds, science labs and ancient ashrams,
Yeah.
end up looking at the same fundamental truths.
Yeah, that's what we want to unpack. We've got sources ranging from the Rig Veda, the Bhagavad Gita, these incredibly old Indian texts, right up to insights from quantum physics, neuroscience, the cutting edge. So you might see some connections you weren't expecting. Okay, so let's dive in. This shared quest for truth. The common ground here is, well, it's pretty striking when you look closely. Think about modern scientists. They're in their labs, right? They're splitting atoms, mapping out galaxies, digging into quantum fields.
Trying to pin down the fundamental laws.
Exactly. Searching for what they often call the unified field. You know, that one single theory or force that underlies everything. The ultimate blueprint.
Right. Looking outward, using technology and mathematics.
And then contrast that, like you said, with the ancient sages. Thousands of years ago in Farad. No telescopes, no particle accelerators.
No, they sat in silence. They looked inward,
Yeah.
exploring what they called inner universes.
Inner universes. And their goal.
To find Brahman, that ultimate, unchanging reality they believed was the source of, well, everything, the foundation of all existence.
So outwardly focused science, inwardly focused spirituality, sounds completely different.
On the surface, yes. But what's
Yeah.
fascinating here is, despite the wildly different methods, the different terminology, unified field versus Brahman, both sought the same truth. Fundamentally, they were both asking, what is the ultimate nature of reality? What's the source of it all?
It's like climbing the same mountain from opposite sides, maybe.
That's a great way to put it. Both driven by that deep human need to understand where we came from and what this reality is.
Okay, so that shared quest is fascinating. But here's where it gets really interesting, I think.
Yeah.
Cosmic origins.
Yes.
Creation.
Science gives us the Big Bang, right?
Yeah.
The universe exploding from this tiny, infinitely dense point, a singularity, giving rise to space, time, matter, energy, boom.
A moment of immense expansion from essentially nothingness.
Right. Now hold that idea and listen to this from the Rig Veda, written thousands of years ago. In the beginning, there was neither existence nor non-existence. Then that one breathed without breath by its own power. Breathed without breath. What does that even mean?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture,
Yeah.
it's pretty staggering, isn't it?
It is. Thousands of years before telescopes or particle physics. These Indian seers are describing a beginning from a state beyond our usual concepts. Not nothing, not something. And then this impulse.
A divine exhalation, you called it.
That's one interpretation, not a random bang, but something emerging from a unified, conscious source. It wasn't seen as an accident, but as, well, an intentional unfolding.
Which makes you wonder, how did they get there? What kind of seeing was involved?
Exactly. Different tools, perhaps a different kind of observation entirely, focused inward.
So if cosmology shows these parallels, what about God itself? Is God a person, a force, or, just something we invented?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
I mean, you talk to neuroscientists, and some might say, look, spiritual experiences, that's just brain activity, patterns firing, chemicals flowing, nothing more.
The brain generating the experience. That's one perspective, certainly grounded in studying the physical brain.
But then you look at quantum physics, and things get, well, weird.
Very weird. At that fundamental level, reality isn't quite solid until it's observed.
Right. Particles exist in like a haze of possibilities, multiple states at once, until something or someone looks.
Precisely. The act of observation seems to collapse the wave function, forcing reality to choose a state. And some interpretations suggest consciousness itself is necessary for this.
Consciousness needed to make reality real.
That's the provocative idea some physicists grapple with, which naturally leads to a profound question, drawing from the sources we're looking at.
Which is?
Could that fundamental consciousness, the observer, needed to collapse the wave function? Could that be what the ancients called Paramatma? The supreme self, the ultimate consciousness underlying everything.
Wow. So not God out there, but the consciousness woven into the fabric of reality. including our own.
It shifts the whole picture, doesn't it?
Mm.
Maybe the brain isn't just creating these experiences, but it's an antenna, potentially perceiving this deeper conscious reality.
That's a lot to think about. And it's not just abstract theories either. Mythology comes into play here too, right? Offering symbolic answers.
Absolutely. Myths are often profound metaphors for deep truths.
Like the image of Nataraja, Shiva's cosmic dance.
Exactly. You see Shiva dancing, creating, and destroying universes with each step. It's this incredible image of eternal cycles,
Death, rebirth.
constant transformation, like matter turning into energy and back again, as physics describes. It's a dynamic universe, not static.
Or what about Vishnu, resting on the serpent Anantashesha?
Dreaming universes into existence, yes. Such a beautiful, poetic image.
It really is. And it mirrors that scientific idea of reality emerging from pure potential, doesn't it? Like a quantum field before anything manifests.
Precisely. It captures that sense of an underlying field of possibility from which everything arises. These aren't just simple stories. They're sophisticated ways of conveying complex ideas about reality, cycles, and potential.
It shows how ancient cultures encoded deep wisdom in ways we're only starting to appreciate, maybe through a scientific lens.
Different languages describing similar concepts.
Okay, but let's tackle the hard question. The one skeptics always raise, and understandably so.
Suffering.
Yeah, if there's a god, a divine source, whatever you call it. Why is there so much pain? War, disease, loss? It's hard to reconcile.
It is, and the sources don't shy away from it. Take the Bhagavad Gita.
Okay, what's the perspective there?
Well, Krishna doesn't promise Arjuna a life free from pain or conflict. Far from it. Instead, he introduces the concept of dharma.
Dharma, duty, right action, something like that.
It's more nuanced than just duty. It's about understanding your unique role, your purpose within the grand cosmic play. The Gita suggests existence is this play, this Leela.
A play.
A divine play, yes. And every soul has a part to act. We learn and evolve through all experiences, the joy, yes, but also the sorrow, the challenges. Suffering isn't necessarily a punishment.
But more like a part of the curriculum.
Yeah.
A catalyst for growth.
Exactly. It shifts the perspective from, why is this happening to me, to, what can I learn from this? How does this fit into my soul's journey? It's about finding meaning and purpose within the challenges, not just wishing them away.
That's a very different way of looking at hardship. Not denying it, but reframing it.
Reframing it within a larger cosmic context. It doesn't make the pain disappear, but it can change our relationship to it.
So, pulling these threads together, ancient cosmology, quantum physics, mythology, dharma, where does this leave our idea of God? It seems we have to move beyond, well, the standard picture.
You mean like the old man with a white beard sitting on a cloud?
Yeah, that kind of anthropomorphic image, or even just a distant, separate creator figure. The sources seem to point somewhere else.
They do. They suggest a much more integrated, perhaps more abstract understanding. God, not as a being separate from the universe, but as the very fabric of reality itself.
The fabric of reality. How so?
Think of it as the underlying intelligence, the organizing principle.
Yeah.
The mathematical elegance behind the laws of physics.
Yeah.
That's part of it. The profound silence between the notes in music, that potentiality, that's part of it too. The intricate way atoms arrange themselves into life, the way galaxies form these incredible spirals.
So an immanent intelligence, present everywhere in everything.
Exactly. Not just transcendent, out there,
Yeah.
but immanent, in here, woven into the structure of existence. It makes the divine something you can encounter not just in moments of prayer or meditation, but in the everyday, in nature, in relationships, in the laws of science themselves.
How does that change things then, if God is the fabric of reality?
Well, it can transform your perception, can't it? The mundane becomes potentially sacred. Every interaction, every observation becomes a point of connection with that underlying intelligence or consciousness.
Which brings us maybe to the ultimate synthesis here, tying it all back together. The ancient rishis, those seers we mentioned, they had this profound declaration, Aham Brahmasmi.
I am Brahman. I am the universe.
I am the universe. Just sit with that for a second. And then
know.
you have modern science, astrophysics, cosmology.
Telling us.
You are stardust. Literally. The atoms in your body were forged in the hearts of stars billions of years ago.
And the incredible thing is, both statements are true. Profoundly true.
They're saying the same thing, aren't they? From completely different perspectives.
Precisely. It's this stunning convergence. Ancient spiritual insight reached through inner exploration and modern scientific discovery reached through outward observation, both telling us, you are not separate from the cosmos. You are intrinsically part of it. You are it.
Your connection isn't just philosophical, it's physical, it's fundamental.
It really underscores that sense of unity, that we're all expressions of this one vast, intelligent reality.
Wow. So we've really journeyed quite a distance today, from ancient sages to quantum
So
labs.
what are your thoughts on the
Exploring how both
latest tech
science and
trends?
spirit have
I
tried to
think
grasp the
artificial
fundamental nature of
intelligence
existence.
is
Looking at
making
creation,
huge advancements.
consciousness, even suffering through these different yet converging lenses.
Yeah, seeking that ultimate truth, whether called Brahman or the unified field.
And as we wrap up this deep dive, maybe the question we started with needs a slight tweak, drawing from everything we've looked at.
Instead of asking, does God exist?
Perhaps the deeper question is, can anything exist without God? Without that underlying consciousness, that fabric of reality, that organizing principle, whatever name you give it?
That's the provocative thought to leave you with.
Something to ponder. We really encourage you to keep exploring these connections in your own way. Look for them in science, in art, in nature, in your own experience. Where do you see that deeper reality shining through?
It's a lifelong exploration, really.
Yeah.